and been charged with basically $1 billion in damages,
Yep.
which is really funny to me.
Yeah, no, consequences are always hilarious.
There we go. Finally switched off of the starting soon screen. How did you get your PNG tuber to blink like that?
Okay, so the trick is it's not a still image, it's a GIF. Like 30 or so frames.
Oh. I gotta do that actually. That'd be much better for a PNG tuber.
Oh yeah, I got the idea from Nepzilla when I saw their reactive image and asked how it worked.
Oh, okay. So, do you want to give a bit of an intro of yourself? Pronouns, nickname, what you like to go by?
Okay, let me just sorry, just had a gulp of soda, so need to wait for that to clear.
Oh, no worries.
Alright, so I am Mettika Android. One of, well, let's be honest, many Android VTubers. Pronouns are usually he, him, but honestly, I'm fine if you want to call me whatever. Nicknames, I've had a few. Metti. Okay, more like a couple, but either of them works.
But typically, do you just go by Mettika?
Yeah, though shortening it obviously tends to be the better way to get my attention.
Okay. So, what platforms are you on?
At the moment, just Twitch, because I have no idea how this whole multi-streaming thing works.
Oh, I am still getting used to it too. It's a pain.
I might ask you for advice when I decide to finally get around to it.
Yeah, no problem. My DMs are open.
Aw, thanks, Briley. Yeah, I'm also on Twitter, but that's mostly just to promote the Twitch.
Promote the Twitch and post some spicy pics.
That too. Always.
That's probably my favorite part of Twitter. So, what inspired you to start getting into content creation?
Well, it's something that I've been doing that I've been attempting on and off for a while. Like, somewhere I have footage of me attempting to play through Mother 1 and footage of, trying to, and somewhere footage of just reacting to old-ass anime. But ultimately, I settled on VTubing because, well, I like the idea. I'm not too fond of my physical appearance, so
Food.
this felt like a win-win. But specifically, I think a lot of recent... I never actually watched VTubers that closely, but there's more stuff like Call Me Kevin and RT Games that decided to... that motivated me to take the plunge, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of vain. Like, not in the appearance-wise, but I like attention.
I mean, that we all kind of do. We are kind of public figures.
True.
It just comes with the territory. And I mean, it helps to enjoy it.
Indeed. Ironic, because I'm shy as hell in real life.
I've heard that a lot of people actually are. And it's pretty funny that there can be people with plenty of viewers on Twitch and on YouTube, but then it's really hard for them to interact with people in real life. Because it's a different experience.
Yeah, no, like, I have maybe one friend I'm extremely comfortable talking with in real life, and I just kind of mooch off of his other friends. whenever I want greater social interactivity.
That's totally fair. So, what kind of content do you like to create?
Pretty much exclusively gaming at the moment. I've never really tried anything else, but I will, like, not limited to any particular genre either. Like, I'll play just about anything if I think it would be entertaining, or if I just like it.
That is totally fair. Was it next? Do you have any kind of goal with your platform?
Well, again, mostly attention, but also meeting new friends. Like, you can never go wrong with meeting more people. And I've met so many great ones already. Like you.
That is true. It's quite the experience of how wide a variety of people you actually do meet getting into doing regular collaborations with other people. Scheduling is a bitch, but when you actually can get to know them, get to spend time with them, I just like the variety of the people. Is there something you wish you were taught when you first got into content creation?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, first and foremost, I wish I knew what a debut was, as opposed to just starting. Like, no layout, no pre-promotion, just tell a few friends and start.
I didn't even have the few friends to tell when I started. I didn't think at all about the promotion of, hey, I'm debuting.
Yeah, no, I knew VTuber Twitters were a thing, but I figured, what's the point of having one if I'm not already making content? And now I see that was a foolish assumption to make.
Yeah, because the building hype for a debut can really launch your platform.
Exactly. I feel like I would have known this if I actually watched other VTubers ahead of time.
I know, right? I had basically became a VTuber and then eventually later found the VTuber community on Twitter. And it's like, oh, I wish I was in here sooner. That would have really helped me.
Exactly. Like, I had some help because the person I got my model from has a Discord for everyone who's bought a model from her.
Okay.
So, I wasn't completely on my own, but it was still a very rocky start.
Is there a kind of content you've wanted to make or see but felt like it's too niche?
Honestly, what I'd love to do is just marathon as many Bionicle games as I could. Like console games, web games, whatever I could get my hands on. And just run through those as a special event, but no, that's incredibly niche.
Not as much as you think. You know how many trans girls there are on the internet, and most of them like Bionicle.
I have heard the correlation, and that still amazes me.
I know, right? Like, I played with Bionicles. I had a bunch. But, what was I going to say? I didn't even know there were that many Bionicle games out there. So doing, like, a Bionicle Games subathon kind of thing, I think could
Like, I think
probably
there's
draw
about
some attention.
6 actual video games, and the rest is just a collection of online games. Well, 6 including the canceled PC game. What? Well, we found that one like half a decade ago.
That is more than I thought. I honestly thought there was like 2.
That's not even counting the ones that are different between handheld and console.
Oh, there's even more then.
Oh yeah. There's like Lego put their all into promoting this until like 2006.
Yeah, it was like everywhere. They even signed like bands or mainstream-ish bands to do music for their advertisements.
I remember that. I'm pretty sure CryoShell formed to do music for their advertisements.
I learned of All American Rejects because of Bionicle.
Same. Used to listen to that song all the time.
I would always think of that goddamn commercial. That was good advertising. Stuck with you.
Bionicle advertisements were the shit.
They really... So what's the biggest project you're currently working on?
Well, behind the scenes, I'm working on an abridged series that you may or may not be part of. Just gonna keep that ambiguous until it debuts.
Okie dokie.
But an anime I really like called SSSH Gridman, and for the longest time, after one watch of Code Ment, I thought to myself, I want to make something this absurd. So I got together with my roommate, wrote up a script. It was sadly not as absurd as Code Ment, because I'm pretty sure going more absurd will create a singularity of some kind.
More than
But I
likely.
still think what are you saying?
More than likely, I mean, it's hard to go more absurd than Purple Eyes for the win.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I still feel like the end result is damn funny, and I've been putting together some voice actors who, again, one of them may or may not be you. And is there spam in your chat?
Yes.
All right then.
I have to
Anyway,
do it for each of them? I'd use... Oh my god.
but yeah, no. By the end of the year, I hope to have the episode out because I have most of the voice actors lined up. Currently, conducting tryouts for the last one, and I have an editor lined up. I just need to put the footage in place and send all the voice clips to him. And yeah, no, I really hope to have this out by the end of the year.
Ooh, that would be awesome.
Yeah, no, I want to get it out by October, but that one missing voice actor kind of put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, that can really delay a project when you lose out on one specific role or something.
Yeah, because like,
Mhm.
if worse comes to worse, I probably would have just used text to speech, but that would have been like searching for a year. Levels of
That would
no
be
one showing.
really hard to get right.
I mean, who said at the beginning you're right? I think I'd just be deliberately making it as blatantly obtrusive as possible at that point and trying to play it off as another joke.
That could actually work.
And you just need to find the right character for it.
Mm-hmm. If you could collaborate with any content creator, who would it be?
Ooh, this is a tough one, because, like, there's 3 big ones that I'd love to collaborate with, but it's hard to par them down to which one I prefer. Like, so there's Takahata 101, obviously.
Naturally, I'd love to talk with him too.
And then, well, Call Me Kevin and RT Games are also huge influences on my decision to do this. And I find them both hysterical.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Like, they feel like just perfect opposites at times. Just uncontrolled chaos and subtler, more planned chaos. Also both very Irish.
And that's interesting.
Your what? It just cut out and then it went to that's interesting.
Planned chaos. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'm getting a little too far away from my microphone.
Yeah, no, like he'll set absurd goals for himself and then just kind of go, like, killing everyone in a map on in the game Hitman, but not just killing them, so specifically knocking each of them out, dragging them into a walk-in freezer, and then once you had everyone on the map piled in, throwing an explosive in there. It didn't work, but he managed to get them all in there.
Well, that's certainly something.
There was a Kotaku little article about it, apparently.
Really?
Yep.
I gotta look into this. That sounds pretty bonkers. What skill would you say has taken you the longest to improve?
Probably being able to carry a stream by myself. I'm still not fully comfortable with that.
It is such a challenge.
Yeah, no, because, like, I need people to chat with, to shoot the shit with.
I know, right?
It's a solo game, but even then, I feel kind of bad just asking them to just, hey, watch me play.
That's where voice chat definitely comes into help. When you have like like in my server, I've got a specific stream chat, voice chat, so specific people can jump straight into stream chat, or anybody can jump into the waiting room, and then I can pull them into stream chat for when I'm doing, like, I'm just playing a game and I'm kind of just thinking to myself, or talking out loud kind of thing, or thinking out loud kind of thing. And it does really help to have that other person there. But it's been like a year for me to really get used to actually vocalizing my thoughts.
Really, you seem so good at it.
I mean, before really getting into streaming, I was very responsive for conversations. I wasn't really the driving force. I wasn't really the driving force of the conversations. I was just always replying, not really vocalizing my thoughts. And that really hindered me at the start of my career. But I mean,
condolences.
Yeah. But I've been at it for a year and a half now, and progress pays off. About being gay over here? Always.
Of course.
So how do you like to spend your free time not really working on content?
Well, there's a lot of ways. Like, sometimes I'll just sit down and watch some anime with or without the roommate. Usually with, because I enjoy our back and forth. But reading fanfic online, occasionally writing fanfic online. And most importantly, playing with Legos. Oh, and building model kits, but mostly playing with Legos. So I also collect some Transformers, but those mostly just serve as fidgets and eventually get placed on a shelf.
Oh yeah, I've got a friend that collects Transformers as well, and she's got such a massive collection. It's everywhere, and it's amazing.
I've managed to keep it contained mostly to one wall, but it's a very big wall.
I've got a couple glass display cases and a bookshelf for my model kits. That's my collections.
I could never afford glass display cases because they're just so pricey. Like I just have a
got them
set of.
free on Craigslist.
I had to pay $100 for my wood bookshelves off Craigslist.
Oh, wow. I've got a big
Like, don't get me
corner
wrong.
bookshelf, and that one was free too, because people were just moving, didn't want to take it with them.
Yeah, I got mine when I was moving. Like, they're, I think one, yeah, 4 pretty damn big bookshelves. I think IKEA bookshelves. But yeah, no, they were still like $100 to. Like, don't get me wrong, that was still a great deal. Consider that it was $25 for a bookshelf bigger than me. And I'm pretty damn tall.
Oh,
But
that is a pretty good deal.
you know, I'm also not sure I'd have room for a glass display case in the condo.
I'm actually taller than my glass display cases. It's
How
about
tall
a
are you?
square foot. I'm 6 feet.
I'm
6'1".
6'2".
We're like an
It
inch
is.
within each other.
Beware, it's apparently throw tall people day.
Bro, tall people. Good luck.
I'm not risking it.
I'll take any challengers. So, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully, still doing this, but with more viewers. Like, because I want this to work out, and I want to feel like people are watching.
Yeah, it's a nice feeling when you actually put in the effort and then it starts paying off. It does start with making friends in the community that are also wanting to grow and then find your stuff interesting, and they help start your community, which will in time help grow the community naturally. And that's just something that's gotta be built with time. Have a good sleep, Tannel.
Oh, Tanel's here?
Is it
On
pronounced
YouTube, I
Tannel?
assume.
Yes, on YouTube.
I have no idea how it's pronounced, but thank you for getting some sleep, Tanel.
Yes, sleep. I thought he was going to bed like an hour ago, but I'm not going to judge.
We all think that.
I went to bed at like 5 a.m. this morning because I was playing Black Desert, and after this interview, I'm going to be playing more Black Desert.
No, Briley, go to sleep.
I did sleep. I slept for like... Don't worry about it.
Sleep. That's your friend.
I got 5 hours. I'm being serious there.
Okay, but isn't it better to get 8?
It is, but my body is... it's weird. I'm a night owl, but my job has me up for like 5:30 right now because my shift starts at 7. So naturally I want to be up late, but now my body is getting accustomed to get up early, you have to be awake.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I do try to let myself sleep in, but sometimes I literally just can't. You don't even know how it's pronounced? Oh, you're cute.
Damn it, Tanel, get some sleep. I worry for you.
What would you say is your favorite music genre?
That's a bit tough, but what's the genre for the average JRPG final boss theme? Like, violins, orchestra, and choir, but at the same time, a bit of a rocking guitar in the background. Is that a genre?
I would imagine so, but I don't know it off the top of my head, aside from like calling it video game soundtrack. But that is just way too broad.
But yeah, no, very specifically that. Like, energetic, but at the same time, orchestral.
I get that. Like, I haven't played too many JRPGs, at least recently. but I know the vibe you're describing.
E.
What song would be played endlessly on loop in your personal hell?
Easy. Pumped up kicks. So, this one's a bit of story time. So, back in either middle school or high school, I think it was middle school, in art class, we pretty much always have some free time, like every week or so, where you get to do just about, you pretty much can just do anything, like draw or mess around with some of the puzzles. Like, I always mess around with some of the puzzles. It was like a set of interlocking fish, maybe? Or something.
Interlocking
And
fish?
yeah, where the goal was to fit in all of them together.
Hmm.
It was interlocking something. It might have been birds. It might have been monkeys. I can't remember. Some animal. But, and every single time the song that was playing on the radio was Pumped Up Kicks, I was sick of it within a month. I'm still sick of it to this day.
I am fighting the urge to start singing it.
No!
I'm not going to. I'm not that mean.
Thank you, Briley. Thank you.
But like, just you mentioning it starts playing it in my head, and then when I hear a song in my head, I naturally want to start singing it when I know it. But I'm fighting the urge for you, my friend.
I appreciate that, Briley, because our friendship would end here and now.
What food do you like that not many others do?
It's not necessarily
tell
a
your room.
food, but my food tastes tend to be pretty standard, but it's more of a condiment. Like, I will put ranch dressing on a pizza, and I will enjoy it.
Wait, there's people that don't like ranch dressing on a pizza?
My roommate thinks I'm crazy. Is this popular?
It's like my #1 dip for pizza crusts.
I've never seen anyone else do... I've never actually put it on the crust. I've always just spread it out on the regular pizza.
National Throw Short People Day was yesterday, Kaida. Today it's
Yeah,
tall
no.
people.
Yep. Flee. Flee before they seek revenge.
What are they gonna do? Bite our shins? 5'8",
That would
5'9", that's average. I thought like 5'6", 5'7" was average, honestly.
So apparently you're
even know.
safe, because people vulnerable to throw tall people, they are only 5'10" or higher.
Yeah, because there's kind of... like, there's short, there's average, and then there's tall. And I definitely fit the tall. I can reach the top of my cupboards.
Yep. And I need a ladder, but that's because my cupboards are way up there.
Like my cupboards have a little extra space on top of them before the roof, and I actually use that as storage because I can just reach that.
I put my Legos up there, but I usually have to climb on the fridge to actually get them up there properly and positioned.
Oh, fair enough. Put some LED stripping behind that. Get some nice lighting there.
Ooh, I should do that. Like, not just on that, but on my shelves too, because...
Mm-hmm. I gotta do that for my shelving too. My glass display cases did have a light in the top originally, but that got removed or something. I don't have it anymore. Please throw me respectfully, of course. Yeet.
All right, person has been thrown.
What does your ideal breakfast include?
Tough call. Like, it definitely has sausage, probably a banana.
I love a good sausage. And a banana.
Don't we both? Like both in the innuendo sense and in the non-innuendo sense.
Yes.
With food. Scrambled eggs. A shit ton of scrambled eggs.
Just a mountain of them.
Yes. And of course, bacon. You know what? Let's throw in some orange juice too.
And then, like, a couple slices of sourdough toast or something.
Ooh, yeah, toast. Toast would be good. And some jam for said toast.
Ah.
And now I wish I knew how to make scrambled eggs. I don't make sausage anymore because I can't figure out how to get the grease out of the pan effectively.
What I like to do for, like, bacon grease, sausage grease, that kind of thing, is I take a cup and then put some paper towel in that cup and then just pour the sauce or the grease into that and then just dump that out into the compost bin.
Huh.
Because you do not want that going down your drains.
I do not. I've usually held onto a pickle jar to dump grease into, but occasionally I don't have a pickle jar but crave sausage.
I've been in those days. But I don't know how it works for you guys, but out here we do have like a black bin for garbage, a blue bin for recyclables, and then a green bin for composting. And the city picks those up on an alternating schedule.
I mean, I'm on the 3rd floor of a condominium complex, so I don't have bins.
Ooh.
We have communal dumpsters, and none of them are for compost.
Ah. Oh well.
Like, I have a small trash can for recycling and one for actual trash, and also a corner in the laundry room that tends just to accumulate the big cardboard boxes.
Your body isn't tired anymore? Well, if you're awake, you're awake.
I still worry for you.
Yeah, sleep is important.
Yep.
So, what topic could you talk about the most?
Easy. Transformers. Like, I could do Bionicle too, but you know what? Let's just say Mecha, and leave it at that. Bionicle counts. It had Mecha briefly.
I
like
always
all of
kind
5
of
minutes.
considered the Bionicles a form of mecha. Like, they're a living robot kind of thing. Like Transformers. I call those mecha.
Yeah. Although it helps that Transformers definitely have piloted machines over the course of the history.
That is true.
And Bionicles also have piloted machines for, again, all of 5 minutes.
Technically, no. The Borok and the Rockshi were
Yeah,
little
those
creatures
actually
piloting suits, essentially.
I mean, Borok's a bit suspect in the sense that it's much closer to a brain and a skeleton, but yeah, no, Rockshi were very much piloted armor.
Pink, I hope you feel better. But yeah, it
No,
was
I was
like
thinking of
a
the
thing.
Exotoa.
The Exotoa. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, no, those 6 things that were used for all of one fight, and not even the entire fight.
It was there to sell toys. The entire
It was
thing
there
was.
it was there to sell toys, but at the same time, they were actually denied a greater role in the storyline because one of the people involved just didn't like them and demanded their role be cut down.
That's so sad.
It's sad, and the worst part is, I have one. It took a surprisingly long time to get, and it's still missing the missile, but it's a good set. Like, really solid.
I'm glad you at least did get it and that it's worthwhile for you.
Oh yeah, it took a very long time though. Like the Okay, so I got it as part of a lot, but like half the pieces were cracked or shattered.
Ooh. Did you have to do some repairs to it?
Yeah, I had to get a ton of replacement pieces. Worked on it for a while. Thankfully, never just gave up and bought another one because Bionicle's expensive, and the big Bionicles are very expensive.
I can imagine.
Yeah, like I'm currently working on restoring a set I got as part of another lot called Karzani, and it's like $300 at a minimum new. One of the masks in the set is $100 on its own because it only ever came in that color in that set, and that set was exclusive to Toys R Us in the US.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God, there is a toy I wanted growing up, but I never got my hands on it, and now it's basically impossible for me to find it.
Oh, what is it?
Do you happen to remember Metabots?
Metabots is something that I only ever learned about later in life,
I watched
but
it when it was coming out on TV, for at least for season 1. I was in love with it. And they had this toy where you would it was essentially a model kit of, you have the tin pet, and then you build the armor on top of the tin pet. And I always wanted the Metti, but I never got one of those.
ooh, yeah. I actually have something like that, similar. Like, do you remember Mega Man Battle Network?
100% yes, I should go through those
Like,
again.
it's not similar in the sense. Well, good news for you, they're coming out soon. But like, it's not similar in the concept of the toy, but in the sense of I've been trying to track one down for a while. Like, all I ever wanted was .exe's Mega Buster toy. Like, it had two darts. It had it was a dart gun that you flipped open a panel on the side, racked it backwards, and swung it back into place. And it had a little sword attachment on the end too, and it was so damn cool.
That sounds so goddamn poggers. I want one.
Like, but they're so expensive. I managed to get my hands on one, but it was in shit condition, and everything was cracked and broken.
God.
And again, these things are insanely expensive on the rare occasions they pop up on the aftermarket.
Oh, I can only imagine. I really
Yeah.
wish I never lost my PET.
I should have one of those somewhere, but I also lost it.
I had
They're so
like
expensive
the Mega
now.
Man and the Proto Man PETs and a bunch of chips for them, and I don't know where they went.
I only ever had one extra chip from the action figures, and I
Oh.
only ever had the Mega Man one.
Yeah, my little brother was the one that had the Proto Man version. I had the Mega Man version, and that was kind of fun to play with, honestly.
You know, I never had any friends, so I just had to manually wait for for viruses to crop up on it.
Yeah, you just shake it.
Wait, that's how it worked?
Yeah, it had a little ball bearing that. Now you want to play Mega Man Battle Network? Me too. God damn it. But yeah, those PETs had a little ball bearing in them with a sensor, and basically every time it bounced, it counted as a step.
Oh, that explains why they never showed up. Because I was just constantly waiting and waiting and staring because I didn't want to miss it. And I was stupid.
Oh no.
And hey, hang on. Let me check something real quick. Mega Man PET. And Jesus fuck.
I want to know, but I don't want to know.
Well, here's a Proto Man one missing it appears to be a little beat up, not a single chip. Missing the front cover up. Well, missing that little thing on the front cover.
Ah, the flippy part?
Well, it has the flippy part, but it's lacking the window from the flippy part that I assume it detaches because if you put a battle chip in, then it would bump up against it. And Take a guess.
5?
5?
I'm hopeful. But dumb.
75.
Wait, 70?
$75.
I was actually expecting over the hundreds. Hello,
Oh,
Jack
no.
Guppy.
Those are what the ones with actual chips cost.
Oh, Jesus Christ, of course.
Yeah, no, chips are expensive fuckers. It's like trying to track down a Digivice. Actually, no, the Digivicers are more expensive, but you get the idea. And I imagine with the re-releases coming up, it's only going to go up.
Yeah, I don't know where my Digivice went either. I had TKs from Season 2.
I never watched Digimon because I was a Cartoon Network kid.
And friendship over.
Friendship over. Alright, I'll pack my shit. Gridman of Bricks needs a new main character.
No!
Anyway.
But like, I used to have... It should be somewhere in my place, but I had one of them Digivices. I was pretty big into Digimon back in the day. Still kind of am. I'm building a Digimon model kit day before Halloween.
Nice. Again, Digimon was never my thing, and at this point I'm scared to get into it because of just how much there is.
Oh my god, I'm only into like the first 3 seasons, to be honest.
Like, I do hang around a friend who just fucking adores Shoutmon.
I know that one.
Carries around a microphone. It seems to be the main Digimon of a season. But yeah, no, uses Shoutmon as his avatar, occasionally alternating with Strabimon, who is... I'm to that level with you. Looks like an edgy Neopet.
Yep, it really does.
Oh, good, so you know what it looks like. Panel. Snooze!
Snooze.
Meanwhile, Shoutmon's just this short, cute, angular thing that enjoys yelling into a microphone.
Yeah, and then it gets funkier.
Indeed. Yeah, I've always wanted to mess around with the Digivice, but at the same time, I feel like it would happen the same thing that happens to any given thing I'm left in the care of. Death by neglect.
Well,
I'd like to apologize to the Venus. I'd like to apologize to the Venus flytrap I owned in high school. I'm sorry I forgot you.
Oh, because you didn't water it?
Yeah, I left it in the greenhouse, then just forgot it was there, so I never fed it.
Yeah, that can happen. Say
and
something.
This is why I don't own pets.
I've got 2 kitties, and they don't let me forget them.
Yeah, no, but like, I could barely take care of myself. Why would I want to drag another living thing into that?
I get that. For me, it helps that, like, as a reminder, I'm getting up quickly, getting ready for work or whatever, and then as soon as my feet come off the bed from the alarm waking up, I got my cat next to me. Just brushing up onto my leg. Yeah, pretty much. Have you ever seen Simon's Cat?
Simon's... I have not.
It's a pretty big thing where it's like just a guy with a cat, and the cat is being a bit of an exaggerated nuisance, but it's just like owning a cat. Very popular, very funny stuff.
Alright, I'm Googling it now and it looks cute.
It is super cute.
It's cute. Like, I had an aunt that owned a shit ton of cats, but Due to a bit of a schism between my mom and like half her family, we don't really see her anymore. I still don't fully understand what the issue is. My mom
No?
has done a pretty bad job of explaining it. And
Hmm.
eventually I just stopped asking.
I guess that's fair enough. Oh shit, is Stream Elements working now?
Wait, what? What stream elements?
A bot that stopped working for me on Twitch.
It looks like it's there. I wouldn't necessarily call that working, but it's posting something.
Ash. Or not Ash. Apostrophe. No, exclamation mark. I am focused. Yay, the bot is working. I really should have checked that shit.
All right then.
Who is the most interesting person you have met or interacted with?
I don't interact with a lot of people, but well, I mean, I had a short chat with Eric Stewart last weekend, so that's pretty nice.
Eric Stewart.
4Kids voice actor. Voiced a lot of people, but most people remember him for being Seto Kaiba. Or Brock from Pokemon.
Oh, that's why I recognize the name.
He signed my Blue Eyes card.
That's really awesome.
Oh yeah, no, this is now one of the treasured possessions.
Oh, he was also Doc's Meta Knight. James?
Oh right, he was James from Team Rocket.
And Butch. And the Magikarp salesman?
So he sold he sold a Magikarp to himself.
He scammed himself out of a Magikarp.
That's awesome.
Oh, he was also in One Piece.
Yeah, but that's the 4Kids dub.
Yeah. For me, most interesting people would probably be Stephen Blum. He was nice to meet. And Takahata 101. He was also very nice to me.
Taka? When?
I ran into him twice on 2 separate occasions.
Did he remember you?
I don't think so. The first time, I don't even remember if I was in cosplay, but me and a friend were at a convention, went down out of the convention area. We found like this little sort of out of the way burger place to grab lunch. And then while we were finishing up, I saw, oh, hey, cool, a Terry Bogard cosplayer. I'm gonna ask him for a picture. But they were getting, what was it?
Mob?
A snack out of a vending machine. And like I walk up, say hi, I love your cosplay. You mind if I get a picture? And then like as he's putting in the money, yeah, 1 sec. I'm just trying to get this thing. And then it eats his money. Doesn't give him the thing. He puts his foot on the glass, flips it off. I snapped a picture. And then I got to realize, or I got to know him a little bit, and turns out it was Takahata.
Holy shit. No, that's amazing. Like, I never really go outside in conventions. Like, I go to the convention and then focus on driving home.
Yeah, I met him the first time in between episodes 1 and 2 of Hellsing Abridged. It was like shortly-ish after Hellsing Abridged 1 came out.
Oh shit. Like, that's so damn cool.
It was really nice. And then
Like,
later, a few years later, I actually ran into him again while he was cosplaying Loki, and I got another picture of him.
Which
It's got-
Loki?
Actually, let's see if I have that still.
It's like Marvel Loki, Bayonetta Loki.
Oh, Marvel Loki.
Ah. That's what I figured, but it was best to check. I imagine it wasn't God of War Loki. He's
God
a bit
of War
tall for that.
Loki?
Kratos' kid.
Kratos' kid is Loki?
Yes. I
Huh.
imagine that's going to be more relevant going forward. But
Damn.
yeah, Loki, normally known as Boy.
That's what I thought his name was.
You thought his name was just Boy. B-O-I.
Yeah. To be fair, I only played like the first 3 hours of the God of War remake, or reimagining, continuation,
Dad of War.
Dad of War. I just personally had trouble putting myself into the role of a father figure.
Understandable. I also don't think I can get into the role of a father figure.
I mean, I understand why it was helpful for a lot of people. It just wasn't really grabbing me personally. It was done quite well.
There are many things you don't want in life, and that's for Kratos to grab you.
Yes. If you could have lucid dreams, what would they be about?
That's a very good question. Okay, so I don't know what the hell my lucid dreams would be about, because I don't know what I'd actually be doing until such a point. But this is a transition for actually a very interesting phenomenon regarding dreams that I'd like to talk about. So, you said you were a biographer. Have you ever heard of something called the dream?
From Bionicle?
Yes.
It
It's
sort of rings a bell.
Okay, so it's a documented thing in the fandom where they dream of going into a store and finding either undiscovered sets or reissued sets just on the shelves. And it's amazingly well spread and documented to the point that you can just talk about the dream. And pretty much most Bionicle fans will know what you're talking about. I've had several.
That's not just me?
So you too have had the dream.
Yes, I have had the dream. Do I like frogs? Yes, but only when they put the chemicals in the water so they turn the frickin' frogs gay.
My roommate was talking about that earlier, and I had to explain to him, no, Alex Jones isn't a comedy act. He actually believes this shit. No, my roommate just was like...
problem. I make fun of him.
Yeah, no, my roommate legitimately thought this man was a parody.
No.
Yeah, I had
There's
to
been
inform him that,
lawsuits.
sadly, no, this man is actually a monster.
Yep.
And insane.
And been charged with basically $1 billion in damages.
Yep.
Which is really funny to me.
Yeah, no, consequences are always hilarious.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, no, the dream's a very real thing.
Not only have I had that about Bionicle, I've had it about going into a regular old sort of supermarket where there's groceries, there's toys, there's household goods, all that kind of stuff. And I found a Star Wars effects lightsaber for like $50. And I was like so happy. And then I woke up and I was so sad.
I know that feeling. Like I'm loading up on a bunch of rare shit I thought I'd never get the chance to. Well, chance to get at a reasonable price, and I wake up and I'm just like, wait, where's the? Oh God, damn it!
Yeah, it's kind of why I get really stoned before bed, so I just don't have dreams anymore and tease myself.
Yeah, that's the issue of waking up is that, especially when you've just gotten everything you want.
Then it's like, oh, hi
Then you wake up and
reality.
realize, hi reality. Fuck you too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I can't actually. I legally cannot get stoned. Like not because it's illegal in the state, but because until it's legal in every state, I am not allowed to smoke marijuana, or I could lose my job.
Oh, really?
Yep, government contractor.
Oh. Even though it's legalized federally?
It's legalized federally, but until it's legalized nationally, I can't do it.
That sucked.
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
never
it's
had
not
that
the
much
end of the
interest
world.
in it.
Weed is fun, but I mean, it's not the best, greatest thing. You're not missing out on too much.
Yeah, like I also don't drink because I value my capacity to form coherent thoughts.
That's totally fair.
Yep.
What story has had the biggest impact on you?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Like, life has been an accumulation of stories. Like, the one that sticks out in my head most, that's probably influenced my tastes. Probably Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, just because I think that's the earliest point I ever realized just how much I love seeing redemption arcs in stories, in shows, in anything.
That is one I have not heard yet. I did watch a bit of 5Ds when it did start coming out, but that was also kind of around the time where I started moving away from Yu-Gi-Oh! In general.
Yeah, I stuck with 5Ds, and as such, it remains. I started moving away from it like the next series, Zexal. But 5Ds hold a special place in my heart. It's the show that introduced card games on motorcycles, and nowadays the fans proudly proclaim the meme on the grounds that despite sounding like a fucking joke, it's still a really good show.
Card games on motorcycles. That's what really actually drew me into it in the first place. But then
It's
I started
absurd.
getting so confused with Synchro Monsters and Ixie? Is that how it's
See?
pronounced? XYZ?
Xyz, and good news, they're not in 5Ds. They were from the next series.
Oh, okay. 5Ds with Synchro Monsters.
Yep, like
Those
you can.
I got my head around, but then the stuff after that is like confusing and scary to me. And my
I
boomer
keep trying to
mind.
explain. I keep trying to explain links to my roommate, and he just doesn't get it. Just how easy they are to play. Like pendulums, I'm not going to touch because I don't care about them, and I will. Well, and ideally, I will never need to explain them because they're not worth playing. But links, I try to explain it. People just don't get it. It would probably
do
help
they
if I
work?
actually had something to demonstrate with. What?
How do they work?
Okay, so they basically are just brought out. They are the single easiest thing to bring out of your extra deck, in the sense of their requirements are just like 2 effect monsters, 2 normal monsters, 2 monsters, and then you just send that much from the field of the graveyard and plop a link down in the extra monster zone. They have arrows that indicate where you can put a link now, because they can only be summoned to what was added to the field called the extra monster zone. in an attempt because... Okay, basically the game at that point had just become spamming as much as you could out of the extra deck as fast as you could. And the links were attempt to stall that by saying, no, you can't do that anymore. You need to put a link down first, and then you can summon to the arrows that the link points to. Well, then you can summon to the various zones of the field that the link monster points to. They went back on this.
I need to look at these cards, so I have an idea.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Link summon. Right?
Yeah.
Special
and
summon.
they're not that complex. It's just, and thanks to modern rule updates, they're kind of irrelevant outside specifically Link decks, or because Xyz and Synchro are completely unlimited again. And Pendulums are not, and Pendulums are pretty much dead as a result of that because they're just too damn slow. Also, people just don't really care about Pendulums anymore.
Wait, Pendulums?
They were the thing between Xyz and Lynx. Monster spell hybrids. Don't worry about it. They're not relevant.
Okay, I'm reading through Link summons and looking at the cards, and I'm only more confused. Why are there 9 directions?
Well, like I told you, those are the arrows that point to... Basically, so on the field now, there's 2 zones called the extra monster zones that are in between both fields. You can summon something from your extra deck to one of them, and because you can't summon to the main monster zones anymore. Because again, they were trying to block off just how fast you could spam stuff out. It didn't work, mind you, but they tried. And the arrows, well, and basically something in the extra monster zone the arrows point to other zones on your field. Like something and now you can summon monsters to the extra deck to those if you have a Link monster in the extra monster zone. Basically expanding your options to get stuff out.
What?
I watch Brains to try and make sense of this, but Brains isn't very good.
What the? Why isn't it showing Praxis in my chat? Like she's literally in my YouTube chat, but not showing up on my restream chat. It's being
That
great.
is weird. Also, hi Praxis.
Hey Praxy, how you doing?
I was about to pull up your YouTube, but I have no idea what your YouTube is.
My YouTube?
Yeah. Pardon me.
That's a link to the live stream.
Thank you, because I wish to see what Praxis has to say.
She popped in and said cuties detected heart. And then Tannel was like, no, in like such a cute way. Like,
I mean, the cutest
Same
people are
with
the ones
Pink.
who argue that they're not cute.
right? When you deny it, it just makes you cuter.
It's like being a tsundere.
Yeah,
Like, I expect you to let's just tag your denials with Baka.
more or less, yeah. It's just so goddamn cute. When you go, hey, you're such a cutie, and they're like, no, I'm not cute.
I mean, Tanel, I'm pretty sure that's Praxis, just because cutie detected is exactly what she'd say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Praxis too.
Like,
I'm gonna go back
That-
to leading a crusade of uncuteness if you don't stop.
did you ever stop? Like,
Well, we've gotten him to admit he's cute a couple times.
aww. Tanel, come here, I want to hug you.
Group hugs.
Group hugs!
Is there anything on your mind you feel should have more attention brought to it?
Yes, my skull. It is on my mind. It's a very nice skull.
Very fair. You want to be like that, Tano? Where was that?
This is
Because
the
I know
internet.
I caught you in 4K. It's somewhere in my server. I'll find it sooner or later. But I had taken a screenshot of him admitting he's cute and then I pinned it.
Yes.
I just don't remember which channel. You were drunk when you said that? Well, they do call alcohol the truth-telling. They do call Dr. Pepper the truth-telling serum.
How'd you get drunk on Dr. Pepper?
Sleep deprivation, I'm guessing?
All sleep deprivation ever did for me was make everything kind of chill. Like, everything had a vague haze to it. Like, I couldn't be worried about anything. I just kind of kept playing my game, doing surprisingly decently. Nothing felt like it had any real weight to it. I could fly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I never acted on that one.
Sleep deprivation. Excuse me. Sleep deprivation and Dr. Pepper, perfect combination for an idiot like me. For both of us.
Yep.
What do you say you rebel against?
I don't know, like,
I mean, besides people
intolerance
denying
for the
they're
most
cute.
part. But I don't know, like, I don't really rebel against all that much, just mostly intolerance. I just want people to get along. You know?
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
What do you wish was illegal?
Tough call, because, well, racism for one, sexism, general discrimination, but that's already illegal. The issue is it's just not really enforced.
Yeah. Like, even Canada on paper says we have protections for people no matter their gender or sexual or racial identities or religious, any of that. But I mean, I still got death threats to my face and nothing really happened to that. Of course, I also didn't really report them either. But
Now,
still.
I want to hug you.
Oh, I'm fine. They were like 5'2" and thought they were hot shit.
I don't care. I want to hug you.
Hugs. My answer would be being a dick. Being a dick be illegal.
Yeah, but at the same time, we all have bad days.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
really want to force
enforced
people to be
happiness
positive
isn't
all
really-
the time. It's not really happiness.
Yeah, exactly. So, I think I'm gonna so, in terms of, I think I'm just gonna say motorcycles motorcycles and cars that are deliberately tuned up to make absurdly loud noises.
Yeah, they just need to get a bigger dick. Why do they need to make their car so loud?
Yeah, no, as my roommate once put it, muffler, asshole.
Yeah. I always love to shout out just get a bigger dick when people drive by with those kinds of non-muffled
Yep.
cars.
Yeah, like some of us are trying to sleep, and some of us are autistic and don't not autistic and don't like loud noises.
And some of us are artistic and don't like loud noises.
We can agree that we just don't like loud noises.
Especially when we're trying to focus or live stream. It can be a pain.
Yep.
Has anyone really been far even has decided to use even go want to do look more like?
What?
It's just a straightforward question.
Pinatas. Next question.
What's the weirdest way you've met someone?
I also don't have a good answer to this because I don't really get out that much. I don't think I've ever just met someone.
That's fair. I've come across a variety of people. Not everybody have answers for this, especially not off the top of their head. So, no biggie there.
Yeah.
But do you have a special memory of a natural occurrence that you've witnessed?
I mean... Sorry, I'm still just not... I just don't know how to answer this one. Sorry. I think we just have to move on to the next one, because, like, I got nothing.
Fair enough. My fallback answer for that one, excuse me, is always the Aurora Borealis. I got to see that once. And then aside from that, it was being able to see, like, the actual night sky without any noise or light pollution.
Huh. Cool. Cool.
As for the next question, would you ever try space tourism if given the chance?
I'd like to, but at the same time, the G-forces involved, pretty scary. Like, this is the kind of thing that takes prep work. Like, not just mechanically, but physically.
Yeah, I don't mean like today. I mean when we have the kind of technology where the average person can go into space. Like visit a theme park on the moon and you don't need to do any worrying on your end.
I mean, sure. Like, I've wanted to do this since, like, elementary school.
I mean, yeah, space is awesome. Noah would die in second. Don't be like that, Tano. You'll be fine. It's just space.
No, Tano, what you need to do is become a water bear. Those things are damn near immortal. If I remember correctly, they have sent the damn things into space unprotected. And they came back in a state of stasis, which they awakened from, and then went back to being fucking water bears.
At first, I thought you were fucking with me, and now I don't know.
It's a type of microbe, if I remember correctly.
It's a tardigrade. I'd never heard the term water bears before, but my first thought was, wasn't that a tardigrade? Like the smallest
I've
known
never heard the term tardigrade before. But yes, those.
We both learned something today.
Yeah, don't fuck with tardigrades. They'll outlive us.
Yeah, like, can anything kill them?
I don't know, because I don't want to be near anything that can.
Like, those creatures are like the most stubborn to die things, like nothing can kill them. Not even the
Like,
vacuum and radiation of space.
yeah, no, like, that's genuinely terrifying to me.
We just need to harness its biological powers for ourselves.
And while we're doing that, can I get an arm like a mantis shrimp?
Yes. Yes, you
Awesome.
can.
I want to punch explosions.
Now I want to punch explosion.
Indeed.
It's just making me think of like Yang's gauntlets from Ruby. I really like that weapon.
Shotgun gauntlets are cool. Probably impractical as hell.
Oh, more than likely that would probably break your arm, but it was cool.
Yep.
What do you resent paying for the most?
Okay, so have you heard of the website joust.com?
Joust?
Joust, Jauce. They're basically a buying service to get stuff off Japanese Amazon. The issue is, to actually get your product, there's a bunch of extra fees that scale in proportion to what you just bought.
Oh.
So, earlier this year, I was buying up some rare model kits and shit. Some spare parts for a toy I got off eBay that's decently rare because it's Japanese, but it came with the stickers applied, and I considered that a win, only to find out, oh shit, it's missing one of the swords. And I don't want to pay $100 for another one. So I managed to locate some spare parts floating around on Japanese Yahoo for that too. And then I decided to splurge a bit and get a particularly rare model kit at a cheap price relative to the proper cost. And then when I went to actually order the shipment, I was like, but then told me, oh yeah, and here's the processing fee of $200.
$200 for processing?
Processing and packaging and shipping all in one.
What the hell? I am not going to be using this site.
Oh, and then it went to the wrong address. And got shipped all the way back across the Atlantic? Pacific? One of them. And now I have to go through this whole process again as soon as I have money.
So they just stole your money.
It's my own fault for going to the for that because it went to the wrong address because I put in the wrong address. But
still,
yeah.
That's
no,
brutal.
I have to pay them this bullshit fee twice. So I resent that. I resent myself for that too, but I resent that.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that. That's kind of how I feel about Starbound.
My condolences.
I paid $100 for Starbound. I've played it like twice. It's not worth it to me.
How is that so expensive?
Because I paid for it through PayPal and had the money in my savings account, but PayPal took it out of my checking. So my checking went into zero. I took the money out of savings, put that to cover it or get the account back up past zero. And then they hit me with the non-sufficient fund charge for like $45. And that put me under zero. And then I took money out of savings to cover that. And then they hit me with the non-sufficient fund charge for $45, which put me under zero. I took money out of savings to cover that. So I paid over $100 for Starbound because I forgot to transfer the money from my savings to my checking account the day earlier.
Riley, come here. I'm gonna hug you.
Hug.
This is non-negotiable now.
Hug.
I am going... As soon as I have enough money, once I finished emptying my account again to pay for this stupid shipping, I'm going to fly to Canada. I'm going to find you. I'm going to hug you.
Hugs.
and you can't convince me otherwise.
I won't tell you otherwise. I like hugs.
Good.
Like I said,
Otherwise,
Tano,
this is gonna get awkward.
I'm not gonna reject hugs. I like hugs. Which workers would you say have the worst jobs?
Probably retail, just because hell is other people.
That is true.
Like, there are terrible, terrible jobs, but I feel like some of the worst shit is just having to deal with actual customers.
People are the worst part about working.
Yeah, no, this is the reason my roommate works in a furniture manufacturing place now, because he worked in YouTubers for years, and he was always coming home on the verge of committing homicide.
I don't doubt that. People are awful. I haven't personally worked retail, but I would be... I'll stick with construction over retail, honestly.
I just
Shit
got
job, but
lucky
it's
enough
better pay.
I just got lucky enough that I was either really oblivious or just never encountered someone that bad during my brief stint bagging groceries.
Well, I mean, it's different when you're the customer than when you're working retail.
Oh, I mean, I was working.
Oh, you were? Oh, okay. My mistake.
Like I said, I bagged groceries.
Oh, I thought you said bought. And I'm like, what?
No, why would I have a brief stint buying groceries?
I don't know. That's why I was confused.
Why did I suddenly
misheard you.
stop needing to eat? Or did I
Yeah.
just start hiring someone else to do it?
I mean, that's just more convenient. You don't have to take the time to actually stop and eat stuff. You just pay somebody else to do it.
I pay someone else to eat food?
Yes. Save yourself some time.
Oh, yeah, then.
What change would you like to see in the VTuber community?
Honestly, less harassment in general. Like, so many. I've seen so many people get harassing DMs for no other reason than because people are assholes.
Yeah.
And I just want people to be able to do this in peace, to just enjoy it.
It's...
I'd also like to cut down on some of the elitism I've seen involving people with absurdly expensive models. But
Yeah, I don't like that elitism either. It also bothers me when I see people that say like PNG tuber for now, real VTuber soon. And it's like, you are a real VTuber, you're using a virtual character for your tubing properties.
I am genuinely considering downgrading, well, not even downgrade, just moving to being a GIF tuber full time, just because I genuinely like this a bit more than my actual model.
I totally get that. It's a nice spot between static PNG tuber and then like a full-on animated Vroid or live 2D model.
Plus, I can swap this apart around really easily because I made this model in Koikatsu, well, mind you, so not like so it was more putting pieces together, but
I need to get my hands on that. When are we
it's
getting
not
the
that
JPEG
hard.
tuber? Don't be a JPEG tuber.
No, that's just
I only
just
say
a series
do
of
a PNG tuber or a GIF tuber because you get the transparent background. Otherwise, you got like a white square background over your actual background, and it just looks awful. You want that transparency.
I am a bit worried about just how many artifacts, just how fucking, like, I can count the pixels in my tail. That concerns me a bit, but if I could figure out a way to get the resolution higher.
I am pretty happy with what I've got from I don't be a transparent menace to everyone. Um, luck with that. I just meant so that you can stand out from the background so that everyone can see you, Tannel.
You need to stand out
Of the
above the
crowd.
crowd.
Even if I gotta shout out loud.
Indeed. Good movie.
It was so good.
Like, I'd say Disney make another one, but no.
They
Recent Disney movies have been very hit or miss.
they did. An extremely
Okay,
goofy movie.
but make another one.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember an extremely goofy movie.
It didn't hit as hard as the first one, but it was still a solid movie. I liked it.
That's because the first one, I think they'd already solved the crux of the conflict in the first one. There just wasn't as much tension between Max and his father at that point.
Yeah, the second one was definitely more of a fish out of water story kind of. It's awkward for Goofy to go back to college at the same time as Max being there, but that really wasn't the same as those two never really connected until they went on this road trip together and just actually got to spend the time together and really connect.
Yeah, no, like, and it was a connection that needed to be, well, where both sides needed to grow.
Yeah, it was actually a case where both sides started to actually see from the other's perspective, and then that's how they really got to connect with each other.
Our group needs a movie night. I'm just gonna put that out there.
We do. I'm just awful at scheduling, especially with groups.
I'm also kind of shit at scheduling, and I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you.
I'm probably going to take a nap when this is all over. Not because of schedule reasons, I'm just tired. And I don't understand why, because I got a lot of sleep.
Big sleepy.
I want to do a snooze, and I'm probably going to be a burrito when it happens.
You better burrito up. We are actually approaching the last question, so
Oh?
we can keep going with conversation if you'd like, but it's up to
You're
you.
approaching me?
Yes. At high speeds. Do not resist.
Not the meme I was going for, but alright then.
What meme were you going for?
Okay, so first I want to preface this by saying I've never actually watched JoJo's, but it was a JoJo meme. Just, oh, you're approaching me? I need to get close to kick your ass. Well, then come as close as you wish.
Oh, okay. I don't think I actually know that meme. I've watched a bit of season 1.
Like, this is season 3.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I haven't gotten
probably
that
50% of the memes, it's still Dio, but
Dio.
this was in his full "I God am I" phase.
So, what things in your life are you grateful for?
Oh, so much. I'm grateful for my friends and the support they have offered. I'm grateful for my roommate, who I've known for 19 years and counting. I'm grateful for my parents for helping me to get this far and constantly supporting me. Like, I would not be able to do. Oh, and a lot of friends from my writing, well, from the fanfic writing side of my life, just because they give me someone to talk to, and they're the first time I really was able to reach out and start meeting people online. And and that's been so much of a boon to my life, just the courage to reach out.
It is honestly really challenging to shoot out those DMs that first time.
Yeah,
Hell,
and the
not
second
even
time.
just the first time, the
And the
fifth
third
time,
time.
the 20th time. It's
It's gotten to the
always
point where
worrisome.
I'm a lot more comfortable with it if I think that people are going to respond. Like, in this discover, how nice people can be, how welcoming.
Oh yeah, like I've basically everybody that I've been messaging has been friendly, unless they were graphics bots.
Yeah, at this point, I've probably ignored a few artists because I'm just ignoring everyone who has GFX in their name.
I
And
wouldn't
I,
be surprised if some artists accidentally did that.
yeah, no, well, first off, if you do, I'm sorry, but I don't trust my capacity to distinguish between people and bots, so I just kind of ignore you to be safe.
That's totally fair. I just reply to every DM that has like graphics and they message me, hey, can I ask you something? I go, sure, what's your question? And then they say I'm doing art and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not in the market for a commission right now, I'm sorry. And then they stop responding. So, like, I I can't really tell which ones are bots and which ones are people, so I'm just friendly to everybody and not just going to be rude. But like, I mean, I would say it's better to just ignore and not respond rather than be an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's everything.
Yeah, that about wraps it up on for my questions anyways. Would you want to give yourself a bit of a shout out once again for the end of the video?
Um, so I'm Mettika Android, 2Ks. The Android shares an A with Mettika.
Wait, did I spell your name wrong?
Did you?
Mettika?
No. I spelled my name wrong.
Oh, okay.
I
was
am
like, oh
not
my
particularly
god.
smart, but I try to make up with enthusiasm. And I
You
will
do.
warn you, to anyone who catches my stream, there is a non-zero chance I'm going to fly into a rage the moment things stop going my way.
As long as it stays entertaining. Gotta get that content.
Yeah, and for this month, I have been streaming Xenosaga every Monday and Wednesday night with friends like Praxis, Pizza Splitter, um, D-Rune, pretty much anyone who wants to hop into the voice chat on my Discord.
I might actually
And
want to start doing that a little more. Because I like popping into chat with people.
if you're there, go ahead.
Good to know. I don't know if
Alright.
you're in my Discord, but the option will stay open for you as well if you do join it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, question about Koikatsu. Is it possible to export models and share them?
Oh, very easily. Like,
Oh,
between
thank
Koikatsu
God.
programs, it is literally a PNG. Because of how it stores data.
Oh, good
It's
to
possible
know.
to export them into a form Blender can use, but you got to do pretty much all the rigging and piecing it together and textures and putting
Well,
the textures in place yourself.
okay. I meant like, you've got models for Koikatsu. If I got Koikatsu, would you be able to send me that and I can just use them in the game?
Yes.
Yay!
You need the right mod packs, but well, I can direct you to a couple fets.
I imagine you've got some mods I'd like to make use of, like that wink wink tail.
Would you believe that one was actually put together by hand? Like, okay, there might be some mods, but the tail is actually like a series of modules just scaled differently, each made of like 4 parts. Oh wait, that was innuendo, wasn't it?
I couldn't actually tell if that was a tail or a tentacle, but I am genuinely impressed by what I've seen you do with those. And yes, I have seen your art.
Aw, thank you. Right, that's something else I do. I make lewds.
We did sort of touch on it earlier. Like, we had vaguely talked about lewd posting on Twitter. But yes, both of us make spicy pictures for Twitter.
Yep.
But I am honestly jealous of you having Koikatsu. I gotta get my hands on that.
It's not that hard. I can direct you to a place.
Oh no, I don't have the $70 to buy it.
I can direct you to a place. And I'm not going to say any more for reasons.
What I will say is, do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
And that is very much what I am not saying here. But implying.
Definitely not. That song just popped into my head for no reason.
Yeah, no, it's very weird and completely unrelated to everything being spoken right here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think I'd like to take that nap now, so, well, since I think we're just about done, but
Yeah, we
it has
pretty
been
much are.
lovely being on here.
Oh, it has been such an absolute pleasure to chat with you. The video for this stream will be put out next Friday. Because I am actually finally caught up with all of my interviews, and if we didn't do this one today, I would be a little worried about, oh no, I have nothing for Friday.
Well, I'm glad to help.
I appreciate it. I also have another
hang on, my
interview
earbuds
for
just
tomorrow.
fell out. Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I also have a interview for tomorrow, hopefully lined up as well. But it's a little scary to be like, I'm doing these every Friday, and then I run out of content. But I'm not out of time yet.
You have time. Build up your reserves.
Yes. Like, I was off of work for like a few months there, and then I built up the content for, like, if I did it every Friday, it would be 2 months between when the interview happened and when the video released. And that was just too much time.
That is fair.
Now I finally caught up with interviews and the videos. But anyways, you should have a good sleep.
Thank you. And you have a great day and, what was it, Black Desert?
Yes, I just hope my computer can actually handle streaming it.
Have a good Black Desert. So, I will see you around, Bradley, and I look forward to working with you.
I look forward to working with you too. You take care.
You as well. Bye.
Bye.